Hello, and this is the third part of my Conlang series on YouTube. And here we have at cofl.github.io/conlang/resources/mirror/gradient dash sentences dash foreign dash analysis.html. We have a document called Graded Sentences for Analysis, which has, as you can see, um, some sentences which we can try to translate into our proto-language. And the point of this is to make sure that the proto-language has the grammatical constructs and the vocabulary to basically express anything which we might want to. Um, and you see, all the way from 1 down to 1097, because these sentences are rather complicated as opposed to the rather simple ones in the beginning, which is why they're called graded. Um, anyhow, so here we are back in the Excel spreadsheet, and we came up with some roots last time. Hang on, I better bookmark this. Graded sentences. There it is. Let's see. Hmm. I suppose we come up with more root? Yes, it's come up with more roots, and we'll do the rest of the derivational morphology later. Let's pull up awk words. Zoom in. And let's open the file we had last time. Excuse me. Um, let's see. Let's open the file we had last time. It should be in my here. Here it is. And then we hit open, and our stuff should appear here. Here it is. This is our awkwards file. Let's hit generate and see what comes out. Deich. Ooh, I like that. We're still getting a lot of yod, even though it's ×1 in, well, if the probabilities of this don't really matter, as long as, because I'm not going to use all the roots that this comes up with, I'm going to be selective and find the ones I like. Maybe this was, anyhow, I like this. What could it mean though? Well, what sort of things birds sing? Right, birds sing. Okay, birds sing. Children play, dogs bark. Bees hum. Okay, what sort of what could this mean? Deich. Bit hard to distinguish geminates initially. Perhaps we prohibit them. I don't know. Um, um, uh, Deich, Deich. No, that sounds exactly the same. Um, well, Uh, I'm. Ooh. That's a question for later, probably. Let's get on with it. Um. Die. I'm tempted to make this to fly. To fly. And then the flyer, the thing that flies, can be the bird. Um. Yeah, I like that. Birds sing, children play, dogs bark. Well, um, let's get a new batch, shall we? Um, uh, pre, pre, um, um, Lyle, uh, Kirch, uh, Kirch, um, heat, um, oh, let's see, Lyle, um, ooh, something to do either singing or children or playing or dogs or barking or bees or humming or the sun. Whatever, something to shine. What looks particularly, nothing looks particularly shiny. Um, um, what is there anything that sounds a bit like a bark? The uvulas probably. Heat, heat. Um, that could be to bark. Then the thing that barks could be a dog. Although, is that the main thing dogs would have been known for? The I wonder what the Indo-Europeans called dogs, if it's morphologically analyzable. Um, in fact, which it may not be, of course. Let's try to go down a rabbit hole if my machine will cope. Um, um, sorry. Probably a bit dusty in here. Uh, let's go to Wiktionary. See what a dog. See what see what the Indo-Europeans thought of dogs. Um, Dog. Hound would probably get us there closer. Um, um, enlargement. Right, here we go. Cure. Um, okay. Um, right, here we have. I should enlarge this for you. Um, hmm. 15 should be enough, is it? Yeah, well, all right, 17, 18. The, the key presses are getting delayed. My machine is so slow. Um, Anyhow, where does it come from? Here's a suggested derivation. Well, we've really got nothing else to go on, so livestock. So it's just a noun. There's no verbal root related to it. To pluck. No. Here we go. wealth, livestock. Okay. Right, this hasn't got us anywhere, in fact. What? Um, um, well, what was it we were going to turn into dog? Heat. Heat. Oh God, I've just aspirated the. Actually, I made the final T an adjective, as is my wont in my um, pronunciation of English. Um, heat. Heat. I've got to learn not to aspirate slash adjectivify things at the end, and also glottalize them. I tend to as well. Um, um, pile. 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 The wind blows. Pile seems a blowy sort of word, with the aspirate and everything. To blow. Maybe the wind can be that which blows, the blower, or the thing which is blown, depending on how they see it. Or maybe even the wind can be the blowing. Um, uh, got any more roots that I like? Um, Wlaich, Wlaich, Wlaich. What can that be? Wlaich, to laugh. I think Wlaich would make a good laugh. To laugh. Let's try to get the first 10 sentences covered. Scroll so that, oh, this is sensitive. Well, the first 11, perhaps. Pre, 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 to pre sounds a pretty playful word. We call this to play or to have fun or to be gay or something like that. Oh, pretty wide semantic. Oh, I don't know. The two, I don't know if we make it to be gaiety or something like that. I don't know. To cause oneself to have gaiety, it would be to have fun, or to play. Um, let's stick to a simple verbal root. Actually, I'd call it to play. Um, um, now. How are we going to do children? That which is given birth to, the generated, um, the protected, the guarded, the small ones. You see, there are many ways to derive children. Um, I don't know. Ooh, um, let's see. Need some more inspiration. Let's get a new batch. Sleuch. Sleuch. I like sleuch. What can it be? Dog. It can just be dog. We can just have a nominal root here. Um, um, Yat. What about yat? Yat. I think I'm realizing this. I think I'm realizing this aspirate as an adjective. Yat. Yat. Um, well, maybe that can be, and maybe that can be the realization actually, or maybe I'm just terrible at pronouncing my own language. Um, Yat. That sounds. That does not sound like a singy sort of word. The shiny nose and rather harsh. Although our language is full of rather harsh consonants, in my opinion. Um, um, Although there were some sort of melodious ones as well. Um, 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 whoo. The whoo sounds pretty soft. What can this be? Sing? Whoo. Whoo. I don't, not sure I like the h. Um, well, it's going to, we can put that in for something. Um, um, Sluch, do we have that in? Yes. Yat. No, I can't use my own computer, it seems. Yat, that can be something. Siuk, this can be something. Squeal. Do we want we're WJ? We could merge that into later on. Squeal. I don't know. Let's take it. It'll be more interesting that way. Right, let's get another batch. Lure. This is a nice and okay. This is probably something to do with babies or children or some or humming even or something. Bees hum. Lure. Lure can be to hum. No, no. Lure. I'm gonna make it to sing. Actually, to sing. There we go. What have we got left? Birds sing. The ones who fly sing. We can do that once we've got the inflectional morphology sorted out. Children play. We still haven't got something play. Who can be to play. Yat can be to play. Siuk. No, no. I don't think so. A tool. Chrjurp. Uh, mm, Leeks. This is interesting. Leeks. I like leeks. Leeks is a nice root. Leeks is a very nice root. Ooh. Uh, Leeks. Something leaks. To run. To run, I think, is a pretty good meaning for leaks. Um, to run. Yeah. And I suppose runningly could be quickly. Oh, then again, the child ran quickly would end up as the child ran runningly. Um, well, it's not the end of the world. Nilns, 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 um, Nilns, um, um, oh, Nilns, um, uh, to shine. I'm not sure I like the S. Niln. Niln, to shine. Okay, this is coming along quite well. The thing that shines might be the sun, or maybe gold or silver or something. Or, mm, um, mm, car started. We're not going to have cars, I don't think. Not in this sort of environment for the proto language, I don't think. Lurch, um, lurch. What can lurch be? Um, to hum, no, to hum, um, to hum, lurch. Um, to hum, to buzz, bees to buzz. No, should they be? Well, let's not merge them at the moment. Um, even though they're kind of the same thing, but also kind of not. Um, um, let's get another batch of roots. Gloon. Oh, we got some uvula action. Gloon. Um, oh, Gloon. Oh God. Sometimes pronouncing uvulas just makes me gag for some reason. Um, and they probably won't be around in the language for too long. Ah, ah. Um, now what can that be? I won't try to pronounce it anymore. Something disagreeable, probably. Oh, let's just make it an adjective. Oh. Yeah. Let's just make it an adjective. Disagreeable. Um. I have a meaning for yacht. Um, uh, I'm going to make it um to grow. Um, um, nope, 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 nope is an interesting idea. Nope, 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 nope. Sluch is very follically becomes sloch. And then the ch drops out, it is slo. Um, nope. What can nope be? Nope. Oh, I don't know. Oh daffodils nodded gaily. Oh. You know, I think I'm going to call it an episode now. Maybe we get some derivational morphology done in the next episode and make some words from these roots. See you.